Maple syrup. It is a bit of an obsession. The golden amber dripping, that succulent sweet tree juice. In fact, I actually meal prep pancakes weekly, which is probably alarming to most normal people. After all those hours flipping pancakes, guzzling sweet maple syrup under America's current administration, I began to think, what if tensions between the USA and our great northern neighbor hit a peak? And what if America really did end up invading Canada over maple syrup? So naturally, as anybody who needs to cope and distract themselves from dark thoughts of their maple syrup supplies suddenly getting cut off when their country goes to war against their purest northern neighbor, I started thinking about making a video game about it. Meet Benny Shoemaker, syrup farmer, patriot, and future maple saboteur.
Look, folks, Canada's flooding the market with fake syrup. Total disaster. They've even got a maple syrup deep state. Secret labs, high-tech, sap, probably Chinese involved. Who knows? That's why we're fighting back with Patriot Power Juice. For your muscles, your crops, your soul.
So you might be thinking to yourself, who the F is this crazy man? Well, my name is Jake, and along with my cousin, we began a little studio in 2023 to make our dream video game. A massive open world pixel art RPG, kind of like a smaller scope Elder Scrolls game that could run on a potato in prayers and take a very long time to make. All the while trying to maintain full-time jobs, myself as a flailing freelance architect, and my cousin Sam as a software engineer. But big dreams take big time, and the world, well, she kept spinning, and in 2025, the threat to my unhealthy pancake habit grew stronger, grew darker, looming larger and scarier on the old horizon. So this year we decided to work on something smaller, something stickier, and something syrupier. We decided to switch to Maple Wars, a very currently topical game with a smaller scope that could be more achievable in the short term, because as we were pushing over a year of development of our RPG, learning how to do pixel art and program and game dev from scratch, we decided that coming up with short-term goals and short-term achievements could help refuel our game dev rocket, so to speak. In developing Maple Wars, we could also work on systems and even art assets which could be applied to the RPG Hulltown later down the road. So why make a video game about maple syrup? Well, it all started when I was a child. Like many fine young Americans, I was obsessed with Eggo waffles, French toast sticks, pancakes from fast food restaurants, and that glorious golden juice we'd pour over it that maybe was mostly made from corn, but god dang, I got addicted to syrup. Fast forward to my life around 30 years old. I'm vegan, I'm trying to bulk up, get some muscles like when SpongeBob and Patrick went to the Olympics, or that episode where they tried to go to the gym. So I thought to combine my goal of getting muscles with my love of pancakes by coming up with a high-protein pancake recipe and making them like it was my real full-time job, staring at the stove, contemplating my life choices, and worrying about our glorious orange leader threatening our northern neighbors whose mapley syrup production powers are definitely OP. Blizzard, please patch them soon, come on. And all this time, I was sending increasingly deranged Snapchats while I was making pancakes to my friends about the ever-increasing likelihood that the syrup brigade draft was just right around the corner. And then one day, as I was flipping a particularly thick pancake and the sizzling canola oil hit my American cheeks, it hit me. This whole concept, conspiracy, current event, could be a pretty good video game. A beautiful, stupid, sticky, golden amber game. A way so to speak, to creatively cope and humorize our current shitnado of an American situation.
You know what a shit barometer is, Bob?
Huh?
Measures the shit pressure in the air. You can feel it. Listen, Bubs, hear that? Sounds of the whispering winds of shit.
So what kind of game is Maple Wars gonna be like anyway? Well, if developing this game was like making a stew, I'd be throwing in some chunks of South Park-esque humor, some artificial food coloring in the style of modernized retro pixel art games that we all played on our childhood Game Boys, all while whispering some night in the woods-esque sad truths about loneliness and the complexity of the human condition in the background, in the distant background. Distant. You really gotta strain to hear that, but it'll be there. Back to our main character, Benny, who you'll be playing as in Maple Wars. I want him to be more than a meme. That's right, a man. Exploring the deeper sides of how someone might actually be drawn into such a lifestyle, Benny's a single parent of a teen, Mabel, who he never sees and really struggles to connect to. His old friends are gone, and he's withdrawn to his struggling family farm, where most of his interactions are with his TV when the news is on. He's lonely, he's angry. And when he's at his lowest low, and a Canadian goose puts him in the hospital, well, Benny loses it. Now about the setting of Maple Wars, it takes place in the Picotic Valley, a fictional valley right on the Vermont-Quebec border. This is where you'll have to recruit other New Englanders, go on syrup-fueled covert ops missions, and uncover Canada's darkest maple deep state secrets. Like how they make their syrup flow so suspiciously smooth without even adding galloons of corn syrup. That's right, galloons. That's a maple metric that you may learn about if you play Maple Wars. We're aiming to release a demo of the first few levels sometime this summer. It'll feature aggressive geese, unhinged maple propaganda, and questionable New England accents. That's right, get that damn Canadian goose away from my car. I apologize for that. My girlfriend grew up in Boston, and she said I could legally try that, but she is letting me know I cannot legally try it ever again. So yes, my deepest apologies. So if you've liked what you've heard so far, and you want to watch this sticky revolution unfold, please show some support and wishlist Maple Wars on Steam. It'll make Benny Shoemaker proud, and probably slightly tipsy, on his favorite beer, Crud Light Lime. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see in the next devlog and future ones. And thanks for watching. See you next time, Syrup Lords. Syrup Lords, we're gonna workshop that. All right, bye.